Alhaji Kegama, you are most welcome, sir. The retired Assistant Controller General of Immigration, you are most welcome, sir. My good friend and classmate, Alhaji Aminu, was my classmate, ladies and gentlemen, in the university. Alhaji Aminu Suleiman, you are most welcome, my very good friend. Other members of the high table, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It is with gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and indeed with great pleasure, that I welcome you all to our 6th speech and prize-giving day of our dear college, Kadina Memorial College, holding today, 3rd of August 2019. Traditionally, ladies and gentlemen, speech and prize-giving day occasions offer schools the opportunity to showcase their achievements and or highlight their challenges, if any, in order to scale up their performances for better educational goals attainment. Here at Khadija Memorial College, we consider investment in education as being probably the best investment a parent can make in his children. As Nelson Mandela, the former president of South Africa, has famously said, the best tool you can give a human being to be functional anywhere in the world, to realize his potentials and be useful to humanity, is to give that person quality education. Arising from this, therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I'm hereby calling on all people that have the financial wherewithal to invest in education in order to augment the efforts of government. This is considered important and critical in view of the fact that with Nigeria's current population of 180 million people, it's been calculated and estimated that yearly there are about 7 million newborn babies that come into Nigeria. This is based on the current United Nations annual population growth of 3% annual population growth. You can therefore see that investment in education has become very important, especially again in view of the fact that we are in an era of information technology, high ICT and all that. Without education, indeed, one cannot flow. We therefore need to invest in education. I'm therefore calling on people that have the financial wherewithal to ensure that please let them invest in education in order that we augment the efforts of our government, especially here in Kano State, because Kano is the most populous state in Nigeria, and therefore we have a very large chunk of that 7 million people that are being brought into this world. We therefore need to invest in education. In view of the above, ladies and gentlemen, we have striven to ensure that we provide the most conducive atmosphere for learning here in Khadija Memorial College by ensuring the provision of the state-of-the-art infrastructure for learning, assembling a group of highly trained, resourceful, and motivated teachers, as well as disciplined and receptive learners that can receive learning. Ladies and gentlemen, because of our desire to open up our doors to as many people as possible, as well as ensuring that the product we sell, that is education, is also accessible to as many people, our school fees comparable to the infrastructure we have provided and the quality of teachers we have assembled is very moderate. In addition, for 7 years running now, we have not increased 1 kobo of our school fees. Meaning that there are people here who have enrolled their children at KMC in the primary school, and such children have gone up to the senior secondary school and have graduated from primary school up to secondary school without a single kobo increase of their school fees. Gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen, one of the greatest challenges today to teaching and learning in the educational sector is the issue of illicit drugs consumption and the use of mobile phones by students. Illicit drugs have destroyed the lives of not only adults in the society, but gradually also creeping into students and children. It has therefore become imperative that both parents and the school must partner and open their eyes to ensure that we nip this thing in the bud. I've traveled to many countries, including the US just last year. What I found out was that a large segment of a population of some people were deliberately allowed to be taking drugs. Such people, before they were taking drugs, used to live in good houses, used to have good jobs, used to educate themselves and educate themselves very well. But the moment they got introduced to drugs, such people became useless. Such people were no longer useful to themselves, and they became social misfits and no longer useful to the society. The good houses they were living in were taken over for some other segment of the society, and most of them were thrown into jails. You can therefore see the dangers of illicit drugs consumption. Unfortunately, this is gradually creeping into the young ones. So I'm calling on parents, please let's open our eyes and open it wide to ensure that this thing does not destroy the adults and the young ones, because the future of every society depends on the young ones. So please let's open our eyes there. Of equal concern, ladies and gentlemen, hampering the educational sector of our children is the way and manner parents give and buy mobile phones to their children. Studies have shown that these days, as early as 9 a.m. in the morning, you find children sleeping in the class and looking exhausted instead of refreshed. And reasons for this has been that such students stay all night chatting and sometimes watching unwanted videos on WhatsApp. They only go to bed and rest late for only few hours, instead of to rest for not less than 10 hours as recommended by educational psychologists and medical experts. They are therefore open in the morning and prepare for class. Ladies and gentlemen, this is terrible for learning, because a brain that is not well rested, a brain that is not well refreshed, cannot absorb anything. The brain is like a computer machine. It needs to be shut up and to refresh and to rest and refresh for optimal operation. So as humans, we must find time to sleep and rest so as to be health productive. So please, let's open our eyes again here. If you give your child phone, ensure that you monitor the way and manner such a child uses the phone. Otherwise, they chat all through the night. The time they're supposed to sleep, they don't sleep. They are therefore not well rested and not well refreshed. When they come to school, they sleep. So we need to check that very well. Otherwise, the attendant consequence of this is that such students end up being derailed from their studies and not meeting up parents' educational expectations. Because you are investing in your child's education in order that such child becomes useful to himself and to you, the immediate family, and to the society. The moment that is not met, I don't think you are making a wise investment. Finally, I want to once again welcome you all to this occasion and congratulate our graduating senior secondary school SS3 students and wish us all God's guidance. Thanks and God bless. Thank you very much.
The director's address there, but permit me to say that akwai wasu muhimman bayanai da jawabai da wannan da ainihin jawabin director ke dauke da su.